Hello gorgeous people, welcome back to my channel. This is girl Homo, and today we are going to be talking about something really different on my channel. And this is something I've been thinking about. I've just been thinking recently about my pregnancy, what I went through, how I came through it, the joy, the happiness, the celebration that comes with being pregnant as women. And I remembered so many things that came with the pregnancy. Excuse my rough hair, I just decided to leave it loose today. So I've been thinking about so many things that comes with pregnancy, and today we're going to be talking about African culture, our culture then and now. We're going to be comparing what has changed, what has really changed when it comes to celebrating being pregnant in Africa and Western world, and what we Africans believe in. For references, I'm from Nigeria. I have an African background. I was born in Africa, Nigeria precisely, and I grew up there before relocating to the UK. So pregnancy is something we celebrate, all over the world. But in African culture, we safeguard pregnancy. What I mean by we safeguard pregnancy is when you get pregnant as a woman, you don't go out announcing that you're pregnant, which I believe some women still do now. Like myself, for example, when I got pregnant of my 4 kids, I never announced to anyone I was pregnant. Even to my family, I think my mom got to know later in the pregnancy or when I had my kids. I'm not really sure. I didn't announce to anyone I was pregnant. So I believe some women still do it now as Africans compared to Western world. Western world, probably when the pregnancy is about 10 to 12 weeks, they tend to announce to their family members. They actually make it like a special announcement, which is so adorable. I wish as Africans we can do that. I know some Africans do it now, but most of us are still on the fence when it comes to announcing our pregnancy. And that is for a reason, because in African culture, like I said earlier, we safeguard pregnancy. And that's because of our belief, or the cultural belief, the superstition surrounding, this belief that pregnancy is to be acknowledged, not to be celebrated. You acknowledge you're pregnant, you have to safeguard yourself. So that they believe that culturally, or the ancestors or the evil ones, is just to safeguard it from the evil ones, because the world is wicked, it's evil. So to safeguard yourself and the baby from evil world, so you don't go announcing it, instead you acknowledge it. And another thing that comes with being pregnant in Africa is an African woman would not appreciate you rubbing your hands on her tummy. In the Western world, some people just, oh, can I touch the bum, and they don't see it as anything they're doing anything wrong, which I don't think they're doing anything wrong personally. But in our culture, we don't appreciate, rubbing your hands on a pregnant woman. And that's just because of the belief, again, that wicked ones are capable of interfering with the pregnancy, interfering with the baby, or, whatever the belief is. And another belief when in pregnancies, you don't go out walking in the scorching sun. When the sun is out and it's so high, you're not expected as a pregnant woman to be walking around. And that's because the belief, the cultural belief or the traditional belief that there are some spirits that walks around when the sun is very high, and you're not supposed to be walking around as a pregnant woman, so that the baby in you wouldn't be changed. It's just a superstitious belief, but in the Western world now, pregnant women walk around with the freedom. You don't have anything in your mind like anyone is going to interfere with your pregnancy, which is really adorable. Like, of course, everyone has got this freedom of movement too. So you should be able to walk around as a pregnant woman, because you need the sunshine, And I know some people will be like, oh, you're not a traditionalist. I am not a traditionalist, okay? I believe in just living your life. Yes, you have to be conscious, but at the same time, you need to live your life. Okay. Another belief in the African home or African world is we don't celebrate baby showers. We don't. I mean, in the olden days, there was nothing like baby shower. In the Western world, we have baby showers. And, okay, family come together, they give gifts, you know, they celebrate that the baby is approaching. But in African tradition, sorry about the sun, you know, I'm in a different setting today. I'm in London, so I'm trying to film. The sun is not doing justice, is it? It's coming out, and okay, things are happening. But we have to rock with it because I don't want to change. I don't want to start moving the setting. And so, like I was saying, we don't celebrate baby showers because it's forbidden to accept gifts or celebrate the pregnancy until the baby is born in Africa. So, but obviously things have changed in the Western world. We have Africans celebrating baby showers. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's so nice, it's so beautiful when your family members, your friends can come together to celebrate, you know, the approach of the baby. I love it so much. But I mean, we're talking about the traditional African, you know, culture now. We weren't allowed to. There was nothing like baby shower, you know, because you're not allowed to accept gifts, or you're not allowed to celebrate the pregnancy or the baby before the child is born. It is believed that the gift or celebrating it will anger the ancestors, and it could cause complication during childbirth. So there was nothing like baby shower. It is also believed that pregnant women are vulnerable and they're weak. Therefore, family members or mothers or mother-in-laws they're supposed to assist the pregnant woman, helping with house chores, helping with day-to-day activities, helping around the house, and making sure that the pregnant woman eats well and eats for two. And I have to believe, I mean, in the Western world, it's kind of difficult because especially when you don't have your family members around you, you tend to kind of do everything by yourself, except if your husband is around. Maybe he works and he comes back home. If he's not working far from where you live, then you get enough help from your partner, and that is if he's willing to help you. And for some men, they just don't understand when to come in, when to help. So I can't really blame some men. But as a pregnant woman, I believe in the Western world it's more difficult because you don't have your family members around you. But for, you know, for someone that is here that is not African, definitely you have your family around you. You have them come in once in a while to help with the other kids, to help you with the chores, to help you with the shopping. But in Africa back home, you have your cousins, you have nephews, you have nieces, you have so many people that are even willing to help you without even you asking for the assistance. They want you to sit down, rest, they prepare your meals, they help with the day-to-day activities, which is brilliant. I missed that part, you know, getting pregnant here, having my kids here. But my husband was really helpful during my pregnancy. So thank God for a good husband, guys. But yeah, I believe that pregnant women still get their sister here, especially when you're on the bus. You tend to see people that will stand up for you, to sit down. You get so many help out there. But in terms of family members and friends in Western world, come on, you practically have to do most of the things by yourself. So let's talk about after having the babies, after having your child as a pregnant woman in Africa. When you go to Africa, even till now, you see women backing their babies, putting their babies at the back, which I love so much. I don't know, when I see Africans do that in the Western world, I appreciate it a lot. Like it reminds me of home a lot, because growing up, even as little children, they teach us how to carry our younger ones at our back, how to assist in the house. You know, younger siblings tend to assist in the house. Western world, we can tend to carry our babies in front, which is cute, super cute too. And when I see people look at Africans in a funny way when they have their child at the back, some people see it as funny. I don't know, because I see some Western women do that too. I mean, they have these baby carriers that you can convert. You can carry your child at the back or carry your child at the front. So pretty much the same, I would say, pretty much the same. The only difference is when you see African women here in the Western world, they tend to use their wrapper and something we call oja. Yeah, we call it oja, and that's like extra support to support the wrapper from falling off and the child falling off your back, because you don't want your child falling off your back in Africa. It's bad luck for the child for like 7 years, and it has so many meanings. So you want to secure your child very well, and that's why we have that extra support after having the wrapper tied around the child and you know all that. But Western world, they have the baby carrier, which comes with a support, the click, you know, you have to click everything and everything comes together to support the child. And yes, after having the child too, in African homes, we tend to, the way we bathe our baby, the first child, the first, you know, bath the baby will have, having the baby is very important, because we tend to use palm oil, we use different things to get rid of the smell, because we don't want the baby. We believe that when you don't do all that in an African home, the baby will grow up with body odor. That's the belief, and I believe that still goes on. Though some people do it behind closed doors, and some people don't. Some people just go the Western world by using soap and water, warm water to bathe the baby, to give the baby the first bath. So whichever one you prefer, the two works actually, because I've tried the two and the two works for me. So, and for the pregnant woman, after having the baby in an African home, we're supposed to press our tummy with warm water and towel to press it, so that every clot, any clogged blood, any blood that is still inside needs to come out. You know, we have this discharge, we have this blood that comes out after having the baby for a couple of days before the blood stops. It's like menstrual period, but it's not. I mean, you want the bad blood to come out. So we believe in African home that you press the tummy with warm water and thick towel, you know, and you get an adult to do that for you, an elderly person to do that for you. That actually works with getting your tummy down. Then I think you have to sit on the potty. You get some warm water, you know, African, if you're an African person, you know what I'm talking about. You sit on it and it helps to tighten that area. It helps the blood to flow more, to come out easily, and it helps with the pain you feel on your tummy. But I know Western world, they don't do all that. They have other means of doing that. They have other things they do, you know, to relieve their sense of that pain. So yes, would I say some of these things still exist? Yes, some of these things still exist. Some don't anymore. Some people still follow everything traditionally to the T, because they just believe in tradition, or because they believe it works for them. Personally, I believe all these things still work. All these things is just personal. It's a personal thing. If I'll say, you know, stick to what you believe in, stick to what works for you, and let me know in the comment below what you did when you had your child, or what you did during pregnancy. Did you announce the pregnancy? Did you celebrate it? Did you have any baby shower? Did your sister do anything differently? I want to hear in the comment below. And what you, I mean, how you prefer to back your baby? Do you prefer to put your baby at the front or at the back? And do you, did any family member assist you during and after the pregnancy? I love to hear everything in the comment below. Thanks for watching me. And finally, before I go, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'd love you to be part of the most squad. Consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that notification bell, that little bell. Hit it to get notified when I post new videos. I love you. Be true to yourself. Love yourself. Nobody will love you except you. And I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.